Hello everyone, welcome to the Adkup Show. Today we are diving into the hottest political firestorm of 2025, the explosive clash between Elon Musk and Donald Trump over a massive piece of legislation called the One Big Beautiful Bill. This 1,038-page tax and spending bill has turned these two powerhouses and probably alpha males into bitter rivals, trading insults, threats, and wild accusation on social media. So what's in this bill that has got them so riled up? Why are they fighting over it? And what does it mean for America? I'll break down every detail of this controversy. So without wasting time, let's get into it. Let's start with the star of this drama, the One Big Beautiful Bill. This 1,038-page monster was passed by the House of Representatives on May 22, 2025, and it's now sitting in the Senate waiting for a vote. It's a cornerstone of Donald Trump's second-term agenda, designed to lock in his 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act for good, pour money into American businesses, boost military and border security spending, and push what Trumps call pro-growth America First policy. It all sounds like a dream for his base, but here's where it gets messy. According to the Congressional Budget Office, this bill could add a staggering $2.4 to $5 trillion to the U.S. national debt over the next decade. And it's not just about debt. The bill cuts programs like Medicaid and SNAP, which millions of Americans depend on for healthcare and food assistance. Critics, including some economists, say it disproportionately benefits the wealthy with the tax breaks while slashing support for the middle and lower classes. It also eliminates tax credits for electric vehicles or EVs, which we'll come back into a second because that's a big part of this feud. On top of that, the bill's loaded with what's called POC. That's Washington slang for wasteful spending on pet projects that lawmakers sneak into to please their donors or districts. Think bridges to nowhere or funding for obscure programs. This mix of big spending, cut to social programs, and special interest goodies has made the bill a lightning rod for controversy. Now, Trump is pitching this with a win for America, saying it'll boost jobs and keep the taxes low. He's called this the One Big Beautiful Bill to sell to his supporters, warning that if it doesn't pass, Americans could face a 68% tax hike when the 2017 tax cuts expire. But not everyone is buying it, especially Elon Musk, the billionaire behind Tesla, SpaceX, and X. Musk's role in Trump's administration is to co-lead the Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE, with a mission to slash federal spending by up to $2 trillion and cut 75% of the federal. When Musk saw this bill, he didn't just disagree, he went to war. On June 3, 2025, Elon Musk lit the fuse on his feud with a series of fiery posts on X. He called the One Big Beautiful Bill a disgusting abomination and a massive, outrageous, pork-filled congressional spending bill. He didn't hold back, arguing his 220 million followers to call their senators and demand they vote it down. Musk argued the bill was a direct attack on his DOGE mission to cut government waste. He claimed DOGE has already saved $175 billion and eliminated 20,000 federal jobs, though some analysts say these numbers are inflated. For Musk, this bill was the opposite of efficiency. It was a bloated mess that added trillions to the debt while his team was trying to save taxpayers' money. So this meme makes sense according to Elon Musk. One of the Musk's biggest gripe was the bill's mountain of disgusting pork. But there was another issue that hit closer to home: the bill's elimination of EV tax credits. Tesla, Musk's flagship company, is the biggest EV maker in the US, and those credits help make electric cars more affordable against gas-powered competitors. Without them, Tesla could lose ground, especially as Chinese EV makers are gaining globally. Now, Musk tried to downplay the Tesla's angle. He posted, "Keep the EVs solar incentive cut in the bill, even though no oil and gas subsidies are touched, but ditch the mountain of disgusting pork." He was basically saying, I can deal with losing EV credits, but this bill's wasteful spending is unacceptable. This wasn't just a tweet storm, it was a direct challenge to Trump, who saw the bill as his legacy. Musk wasn't just criticizing the policy, he was calling out the president in front of the world, and that's when things got ugly. Musk's posts weren't subtle. He called out lawmakers who supported the bill, saying any member of House or Senate who votes for this outrageous spending bill deserves to be voted out in 2 years. He even shared a poll on X asking if it was a time for a new political party to represent the 80% in the middle, signaling his frustration with both parties. The poll got 80% support, showing his influence, but publicly attacking Trump's bill, Musk wasn't just picking a fight with Congress, he was taking on President himself, and Trump wasn't about to let that slide. On June 5, 2025, Trump clapped back, and it was brutal. During a press conference with German Chancellor Friedrich Merz, he said he was very disappointed in Musk, claiming Musk knew the bill's details better than almost anybody and only flipped out because it cut EV tax credits. Trump suggested Musk was throwing a tantrum over losing subsidies for Tesla, saying, I think he misses the place, meaning the White House spotlight. It was personal jab and it set the stage for an all-out war. Musk didn't take it lying down. He fired back on X, calling Trump's claim a lie and saying the bill was never shown to me once. He escalated things further, posting, without me, Trump would have lost the election. Dems would have controlled the House and Republicans would be 51-49 in the Senate. Such ingratitude. That was a low blow. Trump's built his brand on winning elections, and Musk claiming credit was like pouring salt in a wound. But Trump went even harder. On Truth Social, he wrote, Elon was wearing thin. I asked him to leave. I took away his EV mandate that forced everyone to buy electric cars that nobody else wanted, and he just went crazy. Trump didn't stop at insults. He threatened to cut billion federal subsidies and contracts for Musk companies. Tesla, SpaceX, Starlink, you name it. This was a huge deal. Teslas rely on EV credits to stay competitive. SpaceX is NASA's sole provider for astronaut transport to the International Space Station, and Starlink supports Pentagon projects and rural broadband. Musk's empire was on the line. The threat alone sent Tesla stock crashing 14% on June 5, wiping out $150 billion in market value. Trump even said he might sell the red Tesla Model S he bought earlier in 2025, twisting the knife. Musk's response was fierce. He briefly threatened to decommission SpaceX Dragon spacecraft, which would have left NASA in a lurch, but he backtracked after an ex-user argued him to cool off. But still, the damage was done. The feud over the bill has gone far from politically dispute to personal vendetta, with both men using their platform, X for Musk, Truth Social for Trump, to rally their supporters. House Speaker Mike Johnson tried to play peacemaker, saying he has texted Musk and planned to call him. So why did this bill turn Musk and Trump into enemies? It's not just about pork or EV credits. It's about clashing visions and high stakes. First, let's talk policy. Musk's job at Doge is to cut government spending to the bone. We are talking $1 to $2 trillion in saving and 75% reduction in federal jobs. The One Big Beautiful Bill does the opposite, adding trillions to the debt. Musk saw it as a slap in his face to his mission. He posted on X, "This bill undermines everything Dodge is trying to achieve. It's a betrayal of fiscal responsibility." For Musk, it wasn't just bad policy, it was personal. Second, business interests are a huge factor. Bill's elimination of EV tax credits hits Tesla hard at a time when it's losing ground to global competitors like China's BYD. Musk pointed out unfairness, noting that oil and gas subsidies stayed intact while EVs got the axe. He called it double standard that favored fossil fuel over clean energy. Third, it's about power and ego. Musk's public attack on Bill wasn't just criticism, it was challenge to Trump's authority. Trump sees himself as an ultimate deal maker, and this bill was his legacy. Having Musk, a guy he brought into administration, call it a disgusting abomination was humiliating. Musk's claim that he won Trump the election only made things worse, hitting Trump's pride where it hurts. Trump's response was threatening Musk's businesses and calling him crazy was his way of reasserting control. Both these guys are used to being the boss and neither likes being called out. This fight over the bill isn't just a Twitter spat. It's shaking up politics and economy. The bill's now in a Senate where Republicans hold slim 53-47 majority. Musk's attack have energized physical conservatives like Senator Mike Lee and Rand Paul, who want to strip out the POC and reduce Bill's costs. If they succeed, the bill could stall, derailing Trump's agenda. Trump's warned that if it fails, the 2017 tax cut will expire, triggering what he calls 68% tax hike for Americans. That's a scary prospect of this base, and it's putting pressure on senators to act. But the bill's fate isn't the only thing at stake. Tesla stock is still reeling from Trump's threat, down 14% in a single day. Investors are nervous about Musk's focus on politics over business, especially with Tesla facing global competition. SpaceX and Starlink are also vulnerable if Trump follows through on cutting contracts. On the political side, this feud's splitting Republicans. House Speaker Mike Johnson's trying to mediate, saying he's texted Musk and wanted to talk. But others like Steve Bannon are calling for investigation in Musk's companies. Meanwhile, Democrats are sitting back and enjoying the show, with some pushing the narrative that Bill favors the rich. Finally, the most important or probably most interesting part of this war is Elon Musk associating Donald Trump's name with Jeffrey Epstein. He wrote on X that Trump did not release Epstein files because his name was in the list. It was a big claim by Musk. For those who don't know who was Jeffrey Epstein, he was a guy who used to provide underage girls for pleasure. He owned an island where he used to get his clients, and guess what? His clients were not some random people, but big politicians and businessmen around the world. However, after some time, Elon Musk deleted this tweet. By the way, he deleted only this tweet. Now you decide why he deleted this tweet. So where does this leave us? Well, the feud is still burning. Trump told reporters on Air Force One he's done talking to Musk, saying he's not particularly interested in reconciling and calling him the man who lost his mind. He's even considering selling his Tesla and dissolving Musk's government contracts. Musk, meanwhile, dialed it back slightly on Friday, responding to Trump's "I wish him well" with a likewise on X, but he's still hammering the bill, pushing for senators to gut its spending. The Senate's vote is the next big moment. If physical conservative forces change, Musk could claim a win, but it might weaken Trump's agenda. If the bill passes as is, Trump gets his legacy, but Musk's Dodge mission takes a hit. Either way, this feud has exposed a rift in how America tackles its spendings. Will Musk keep fighting from the outside, or will he and Trump find a way to cool things down? One thing is for sure, this bill has stirred up a hornet's nest. So what do you think? Is Musk right to call it a disgusting abomination, or is Trump's bill a necessary boost for the economy? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If you love this breakdown, smash that like button, subscribe, and share this video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Peace out.